Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and Black Panther are dead forever! No, don't worry, there's simply no way Disney and Marvel will allow household superhero names to stay gone for good. Now, you probably know that already, but what you want to know is, how will these heroes and others come back to life in Avengers 4? Let's explore the possibilities. But before we figure out how to bring the world's most famous Marvel superheroes back to life, subscribe to CBR and snap that bell to join our notification squad so you never miss any of our MCU videos. Let's start with one obvious fact. There's simply no way Marvel is going to let Spider-Man, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Peter Quill, and many other Marvel heroes die forever. At the end of Infinity War, Thanos snapped half of all life in the universe out of existence. But because the Avengers saga is based on the Marvel comics, we have some clues about how the Infinity Gauntlet incident will play out. Let's go back to the moment in Infinity War after Thanos finished the Infinity Gauntlet and snapped so many beloved Marvel heroes into dust. Thanos ends up in the Soul World where he meets a younger version of Gamora, who he had to sacrifice on the planet Vormir in order to obtain the Soul Stone. In the MCU, it's possible that the souls of those snapped are alive in the Soul World. Guess who's trapped in the Soul World with like half of everybody? Doctor Strange! And you don't have to be a fan of the comics to know that Doctor Strange can open portals in space-time to travel between different realms in the multiverse. He may have trouble tunneling back into normal reality, but perhaps he could tunnel into the quantum realm. If Hank Pym, who was also snapped, follows Strange, he could help the Doctor and anyone else along for the ride survive in the quantum realm and meet up with Scott Lang. Doctor Strange can use astral projection to possibly come into contact with the Avengers that didn't die in Infinity War, possibly being able to communicate with the other Avengers to help free himself and those who are trapped in the Soul Stone. That is, of course, assuming the good Doctor is the one who opens the escape hatch from the Soul World. In the comics, that role is played by a character named Adam Warlock. All you need to know here is that he's heavily involved in the comic book version of the Infinity Gauntlet event and is highly attuned to the power of the Soul Stone. While we haven't seen Adam Warlock in the MCU yet, he was teased in a post-credits scene in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, where Aisha the Sovereign creates a powerful being she calls Adam. That's why so many fan theories floating around on the interwebs suggest that Adam will save the day, just like in the comics. But while it could be cool to see Adam Warlock coming to the rescue, we don't actually think Adam Warlock will play any role in Avengers 4. The MCU tracks pretty well with the comics, but not to a T. While Adam Warlock is a very important character in the comics, beyond a little tease, we haven't seen Warlock in the MCU. Introducing a whole new character in a film like Avengers 4 will be a strange thing for Marvel to do. Avengers 4 is going to have a lot of characters, even more than Infinity War, and as we saw, even important characters like Captain America and Black Panther took a backseat in that film. And so adding Warlock into the mix so late in the game will feel off, and so we think that the role Warlock had played in the comics will go to other characters. It would be far more satisfying from a narrative perspective if it was Doctor Strange taking Adam Warlock's role in Avengers 4. Doctor Strange used the Time Stone in Infinity War to perceive all 14 million possibilities as to how the battle with Thanos could end. Only in one do the good guys win. Captain Marvel might take some of Warlock's role from the comics as well. Sure, a new character like Captain Marvel will play a big role in Avengers 4, but she is getting her own film before Avengers 4, unlike Adam Warlock, and we think she will be the key for defeating Thanos, since she is described as the most powerful character we've ever seen in the MCU. It would be best for him to make his debut in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, where he'll be able to play a big role with significant screen time. But we think that Doctor Strange and Captain Marvel might not be the only ones that play a huge role in the resurrection of all of those who died due to the snap. There is a theory online about Odin and the possibility that Odin had collected all the Infinity Stones thousands of years before Thanos did. Our good friends at Screen Rant actually did a fun theory video about it. The idea is that Odin did possess all the stones at one time, but due to their power, he gave them up. The main thing is that Odin was in the possession of the Soul Stone before it ended up on Vormir. And so our idea is that it's possible that Odin knew a lot about the Infinity Stones, and it's possible that he used the Time Stone to see the future, and he saw the snap happening. Maybe Odin created some failsafe in the Soul Stone, possibly knowing that Thanos will wipe half of the universe, and those who turned into dust will need some way to escape the Soul Stone once they're trapped there. And Odin found a way to make that gateway. It's even possible that when Odin had died in Thor Ragnarok, his soul was sent to the Soul World. After all, as Odin died, his body turned into glowing particles, but the effect of those look very similar to the dusting in Infinity War. So it's possible that Doctor Strange and the other dead characters will meet Odin in the Soul World, and he will help them find a way to escape the Soul Stone, or even destroy it from the inside. Beyond that, if Odin's soul was sent to the Soul Stone, then when Odin talks with Thor in Ragnarok following his death, it's possible that Odin is able to communicate with his son from inside the Soul World, which means that he could do that again in Avengers 4. This could be cool for Thor, since it might offer a redemption for him. Considering that it's kind of Thor's fault that the snap did happen, why didn't you go for the head, Thor? Why? Yeah, we know this all sounds crazy, but you never know, right? At this point, we can just create theories about what will happen, but you got to admit that it could be interesting to see our theory play out. Those are all the ways we think the Avengers will come back to life in Avengers 4. But what do you think? Do you have any theories of your own? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to CBR for more MCU videos just like this one. Thanks for watching.